Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ. Happy Friday. Been around Yorkshire today. I'm sorry for interrupting you there, Rick, but in the stream of just saying how good a ride he had to work yesterday.
Yeah, tailwinds most of the way. Good stuff.
Nice.
Of course, that always means on the way back, going to be a headwind. And it was a headwind yesterday.
It's unless the wind changes direction.
Yeah. Once in a while, I get lucky like that. I don't think I'll find any palm trees on this route.
I don't know what you'll find in Harrogate. Friend of mine. Oh, where did you go? It looks like Rick's had an internet problem. It's just me. He didn't pay his internet bill. I'm glad it's Friday. Normally I'd have a slow burn today, but switched it out to yesterday. We have a workout today. I'll ride around Yorkshire. Yep, coming up later.
There we go.
Oh, you're back, are you?
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, internet went hick, but
I went to go reset everything, and then all of a sudden it all turned back on.
no. But I'll ease up. My screen is 35 seconds behind. Catch that up. Keep together, I'll pull you back. Get close enough. Zoom. go together. Are those joining us? Dropping in. Look at you're just having a ride in a nice sunny Yorkshire.
What could be better?
One day of summer.
How'd yesterday go?
Some of it not quite to plan, but I had some. What did I do at first? I had a ride with you guys. There you go. That's what I did first. I worked a little bit on my antenna, which I'm going to try and use today.
Yeah.
I remember everything for that. Then, even though I was on vacation, I went to work for a little bit. I had free food.
Yeah.
It was a meet and greet with our CISO. The meet and greet wasn't until 2:30. Food was there at 11:30, so I went to eat and had a good chat with him while we were eating. So I'm thinking, right, okay, I don't need to stay for the meet and greet now. But then I got roped into a problem. So I was there a little longer than I planned. Got back home, started cutting the grass. Realised what time it was. Thought, oh, I hadn't spoken to Mum and Dad, so gave them a call. And so across the street from us is a forest, and there's a bit of a swamp part to it. And all the way from spring through to fall, it's just full of frogs that are chirping and making their froggy sounds. And I really like that sound.
Yeah.
So I walked across there so that my mum could hear it.
Out of my brother's house, he has a pond out behind his house.
Yeah.
And so there's usually bullfrogs in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he also has a bunch of chickens around that are just free roaming around the property. And the other day when I was out there, the bullfrogs were all making their noises, and then a couple of the chickens started to copy the noises. That was pretty interesting.
So I was just about to tell you, when you disappeared, I was just about to tell you that got a friend bought some London Bridge trousers the other day. They keep falling down.
Yes, I could see it coming.
Yeah, I'd pretty much 2/3 finished cutting the grass yesterday, and that's when I remembered I better call Mum.
Yeah.
So sent the message, and it's still awake. And
Oh, yeah, that's right. Can't be calling in the middle of the night.
no, it was 10 o'clock. And while I'm on the phone to her on my little walk, Yolanda called me. As I'd said earlier in the day to Faith, I wanted to go for a walk with them. And I guess Faith must have seen me walking across the circle to these frogs. And she said to Yolanda, Daddy's gone for a walk on his own. When in reality, I'd only really gone across to show the frogs, and then I ended up walking around the forest and a couple of other things on a video call with my mum, so she could see what it looked like.
Yeah. So they haven't been over to visit?
Yeah, my mum came over only a couple of months after we first moved over.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's 15 years ago now.
Yeah. Kind of nice ride in the 70 RPM area. Just chugging along.
Yeah, that's where I am as well.
I've been feeling like all I've been doing is high cadence lately. Yeah, it's good though. When I set out on my first outdoor ride this year, looking at my cadence, I was like, man, that's awfully low. So then I went and picked it up a bit, and then my heart rate went up. And I was like, oh well, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Now it's starting to get to a point where yeah, my heart rate's staying low while even when I speed up my cadence, so that's good.
Yeah.
Hilly route reverse.
Yeah, that's the ebb. So 2 kilometer sprint this time. So yeah, we need to take it easy so that you've got the energy for that, don't we?
Yeah.
So you can beat Ufa.
Yeah, my amount of extra energy lately is it's not much. But you never know when it just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Ooh, it looks like Saya's gonna be there too.
So
She finally got a new job.
who did?
Saya.
Oh,
Really. Not really, but she's gonna be there today.
cool.
It says. Oh, and Andy's gonna be there. And Mr. Fantastic himself.
Yeah, so he's going to try.
Did you get the ice cream cake?
No, Faith made a cake for me though.
Yeah, I have to say, I've been, I mean, my favorite is ice cream cake as well. And I don't even know how long it's been since the last time I had one. It's been a while, for sure. So it always turns out that either a cake gets made for me, and then I appreciate that.
Yeah, so while I was out walking, like I said, Yolanda called me. So I called her once I got back and finished talking to my mum. And then I got the story that Faith had told Yolanda that I'd said I wanted to go for a walk with her.
Yeah.
And she said, Faith wants you to come inside. And I could hear Faith in the background. She said, no, it's okay. So then I stand at the back door into the house and still on the call. So what do you want? And they're all laughing, saying, oh, is he I said, Faith made something for you. So then I had to come inside and blow my candle out. And have cake. Finished cutting the grass. Got ready to go to the bike shop for the group ride, and well, rain was forecast, so that was off.
Oh yeah, that's today. Or tomorrow. Tomorrow will be rain. Yeah. Yesterday was my my niece's birthday too. She turned 6.
Yeah.
So we went over there after I rode home. I got home just in time to make it over there to not be too late.
The ride on, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
So the thing that I built over the last couple of days, I was rummaging through all my boxes of stuff yesterday, trying to find some equipment that I could use to test it. And hey, good morning, Ben. Found these 2 bits of equipment that I wanted. Well, I'll just have a look inside, make sure everything's okay. Inside one of them, no EEPROM in it. What? When did I take that out? So, and I have to find out what size of EEPROM it wants. And then I was going to start looking for the firmware to put on the EEPROM. Well, I've got a pile of EEPROMs, so I went through this pile of EEPROMs and I found a 27256 32K EEPROM. And what do you know? I'd written on it many years ago, Tiny 2, which is exactly what I was putting it in. I put it in my EEPROM program, I read it, made sure it had the firmware in it, and it did. So I don't have to program an EEPROM now.
That's the moment that you thank Andy from back when that was written.
Well, that's going to be, let me think here, that's going to be about 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what kind of partnership there was, but there was a company called Siskin Electronics who used to go to all of the hamfests in the UK. And I'm guessing they had some kind of partnership with Patcom, the manufacturer of these things. Because they used to be able to get their names printed on the front of this bit of equipment. And mine has Siskin printed on the front of it. And I just happened to be friends with the guy that used to own Siskin Electronics on Facebook. So I took a photograph last night and sent that to him. I said, look what I found. Well, I'm glad you didn't go out for the morning run in the afternoon, Ben. That would have just messed things up.
Yeah, 10K run. Ouch.
You're running a marathon soon. So when I was doing my training for the marathon, I'd go up 2 miles a week up to about 8 miles, and then I'd had a mile a week from there until I got to 20 miles. That was my my final training run. I tried to get to that a couple of weeks before, so that I could take some time and just do little runs, just to keep the legs sorted out and ready for the event.
Yeah, when I hurt my feet running from going too fast one day or too far one day, that was what the doctor told me to do.
Yeah.
It was an osteopath that he had done the x-rays and everything, and he said, oh yeah, now you have arthritis. You've developed arthritis in your feet.
Yeah.
And so from now on, if you want to start running, just step it up, a mile a week.
Yeah.
See how that feels. Essentially, all I heard was stop running with friends, especially if they've already been running longer than you.
So at some point this afternoon, I'll set up that parabolic reflector antenna on a steel post in the bed of my truck, point it north, power the transverter up and see if I can talk to someone. Legs for hire. Who'd want your legs, Ben? Hey? I hope you shave them. You might get more takers then.
I have to hear this steam. Is this like a new food delivery service? Deliver anywhere and within a 10K.
Oh, that's not fair. Only 10K, that means I can't order.
I guess it would have to be a 5K because you still have to run back.
All right, no, I can't get that image of a shaven leg Ben out of my head. Thank you very much for that. I think.
And oiled too.
Oh, come
Gotta
on.
have full shine.
Come on, I'm trying to get rid of this image out of my head. Oh, best of luck with it, Ben.
Yeah, I was about a mile and a half on the treadmill in Florida in the 84-degree room. And I was reminded of just how painful running is when you start.
So
every single time. Pretty much I ran for that worst part.
At the end of the year, each year, the elementary school that Faith and Hope went to would have sort of a bit of a fundraiser event. And they'd run around the park across the street from where we live. So I mean, it's like a 1.5 mile run. So they'd set each of the grades off. 5th graders would go first, then 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and finally the 1st graders. So Faith and Hope 3 years apart. Is that guy riding on it with his trainer still on his rear wheel for you? He's gone now. So Faith was in 5th grade at the time, so I thought, right, okay, well, I'll run the course with Faith, and then I'll turn around, run back, meet up with Hope and run in with her as well. We ran with Faith, and I'm trying to pace her. She's going to get a decent time. We're coming. We turned onto the finish straight. We've got 200 yards from the finish, and there's lots of people at the finish line there cheering and everything. And I can see on Faith's face that she's starting to struggle. So I'm thinking, okay, here's time for some encouragement. So I said, "Hey Faith, you hear all those people cheering? They're cheering for you. Come on, let's knock it up a bit." So we start running a bit faster. We cross the line, and she's completely panned out.
Yeah.
She said, "Daddy, is it okay if I go and sit down? I think I'm going to be sick." So then I'm feeling really guilty for pushing her so much at the end.
Yeah. At the same time, I'm sure proud that she kept pushing through the whole way.
But she didn't throw up, so.
Yeah, it's funny when I used to run. When Grace was, man, she must have been like 3 years old.
Yeah.
I used to I'd go out for like little jogs with her, and we'd go like a mile, at least.
Yeah.
And she would just keep right up with me the whole time, just her legs just churning, running like a little kid, And then all of a sudden, once she got a little bit older, she couldn't go for even half the distance anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened?
That sounds good, Ben. Yeah, I'll take a look in a bit.
You don't have to have any more images in your head. They'll be in your phone. They're in your messenger.
Yeah, if Ben sent me photographs of his shaved oiled legs, then I'm going to unfriend him. Yeah, so you've got time to delete it, Ben, if it is of your legs.
That's a good idea. I should actually be getting after my work about sponsoring some events for me.
Yeah.
And I can still have money left over to keep buying cycling stuff. I think I ran into a little issue last night, or I know I did because I was there and I ran right into it. But
you ran into an issue.
Oh yeah. I had done I had made a few purchases throughout the last week and a half or so.
Yeah.
And they all decided to just descend upon my house on one day. And of course, my wife made it home before I did. And so in came all the questions.
Yeah.
I deflected for as long as I could.
I had a lot of parts turn up yesterday as well. I wasn't expecting until next week until they arrived.
I blame the headwind. If there wasn't such a headwind yesterday, I would have made it home just that much sooner, and I would have been able to scoop them up.
Yeah.
And have them. Oh yeah, those glasses showed up. Those things I like them.
Yeah.
Both Heidi and Grace think they're absolutely outrageous, but I was like, it's not about how they look. I'm not on it. I'm not riding my bike down the runway.
They look okay from this side.
Yeah, I went and sat on the bike and I was like, oh yeah, much better. With my other glasses, whenever I'd start getting sweaty, the glasses would start, sliding away from my face a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'd be like this, just looking over the glasses and having the whole bar in between. No
Owen.
more.
Good morning, Owen.
Hey, Owen. Let's switch back over here. Yeah, I could definitely, that whole fundraising idea, I could use that. I have that in September. This
So I don't
morning I
know.
was just reading about the ride I was telling you about before we got on live stream.
Yeah.
About in southern Maine, where it's essentially just a lighthouse tour, and you can do. They have a century ride for it, but to enter, of course, it's something like $200.
Yeah.
But it's all donations to the East Coast Greenway, which I guess the trails goes all the way from Calais, Maine to I think it goes to the Keys maybe, or Miami, something like that. Goes all the way down the East Coast.
Yeah.
And Calais is the main pronunciation for Calais.
A bit hard there.
Yeah, it's a town that I'm pretty sure it's right on the Canadian border. And so there's always all Canadians call it Calais, and all the Mainers call it Calais.
So Jerry swapped his workout round and his rest day around so that he could ride with me on my birthday yesterday.
That was quite a workout.
You didn't know that I'd planned to just take the day off. So I switched my workout round as well. So I just got a Bimble today, no workout.
Worked out for me because I was going to do a longer outdoor ride than I did, but it was actually pretty chilly in the morning.
So I mentioned this a little earlier. A friend of mine bought some London Bridge trousers the other day. They keep falling down. So I know you've got some pent up jokes in there. With there being no wagon yesterday. So
I did had the team time trial go yesterday. I didn't get a chance to see it. I got the update after it was already over.
yeah, I haven't looked at results.
The Knickerbocker. I don't like that one.
I'm sure the Seas
not
didn't
my
either.
favorite route.
Hills did well. She finished with the at the front there.
Nice.
Yep. Owens to see doesn't like it either.
Yeah, that one has some pretty crazy climbs.
Yeah.
And there's something about it being on that futuristic road sort of thing that just throws me all off. I try not to focus on it, but
Well, there we go. Someone mentioned the word. Owen did.
there you go.
Ah, 11th place. The podium confirmed. Nice work.
Nice.
Do we know where it's at next week? I guess I could look, couldn't I? figure eight reverse. I got there, Owen.
Part of me wants to ride.
Des didn't go back to bed then. Des is peeping. Des is hiding. Playing hide and seek.
He's got an eventful weekend coming up. Yeah, I think there's part of me wants to ride to work to try out the new lights, but the other part of me doesn't want to ride on damp roads.
Yeah.
And then the other part of me has really tired legs.
How many parts are there of you?
There's a lot. I haven't counted them all, but there's quite a bit. I'm guessing Des is one of the dogs in,
Yes, he is.
In your profile picture. My dog's just laying right over there. He always sleeps next to me whenever I'm riding. Should get him a treadmill or something.
Oh, you're going to climb up Gringo again to drop Fantasy Go 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 coin.
Cats.
Good luck on that then.
My cat definitely knows the wrong times to come and try to bug me all the time. My cat definitely knows when it wants attention and expects me to know as well.
Oi, human. Tend to my needs.
If not, I will start knocking things over and climbing things and jumping on laptops. Wow. G Matthews is doing a cadence drill there. Whole lot of spinning and not a whole lot of moving. I still just do the reverse on the cat, where when it's time for me, I just go up and mess with the cat. Sometimes he'll scratch me, and then I'll just pet him more. Usually he does the whole roll over on his back, and then I'll start petting his stomach, and then he'll just latch on and start biting and trying to go at me. Luckily though, lately for my morning rides, he goes upstairs and hangs out. It only took a couple banana peels thrown at him, and finally he stopped trying to jump on the laptop and stuff.
At this point, we don't know whether we'll have a zappy fence for the ebb today or not.
Yeah, that's right.
It'll be a good one for it as well. Not staying behind the fence in the pines. Half an hour left. Minutes. I'm going to choose this route for Ball Hills.
Oh, there's a pigeon versus squirrel battle going on outside on my neighbor's roof.
It's my acorn. No, it's mine.
There's something in the gutter that squirrel really wants, and the pigeon also wants. I haven't ridden at this pace in a while. It feels like this is nice.
Yeah. Well, we'll do some more of it in about 30 minutes. Let's see, who's the leader? Me, I'm the leader. Did you see the discussion in Zwift riders about the zapping fence?
Yeah.
Ilama, thank you for the ride on, Shane.
Yeah. I should get on and really rock the boat about, I feel like there should be more. I really like the idea of a purgatory.
Yeah, it sends you to a never-ending bonus climb.
Eh,
On there,
You have to be
to
there
the
for,
radio tower.
I don't know. I guess your first offense, 5 minutes. And then you could either sign off, but that's the only option you have. Either climb or sign off. And then it increases its way up to, I don't know, probably 20 minutes should be top. But I guess if you haven't learned by then you just like to climb. you
As long
you like to go the roundabout way to do big climbs.
So I guess, Owen, it's a question of who is it easiest to apologise to?
Actually, it just worked. Nope. Yeah, I thought I was on SRAM again. Trying to switch into my big ring, into my little ring. And I hit both of these. It actually shifted though, but I think it was just, they both shifted at once.
Well, split it into two halves, Owen, and do half of it one way and half of it the other. There you go. Well, I tried to keep you both happy. Sounds like the decision's already made, though. Yeah, there you go. And don't do it either of the ways that they would like. Do it your own way.
Yeah.
Upset them both.
Yeah, that's always been a thing between myself and my overlord. They're always, because they're always off site. They always have these ideas, and I'll be like, nah, You know, I'm here. I'm on site. I know what needs to be done. And then when they require it, I just do it my way anyway. In hopes that I have enough job security that they won't just fire me. And if they do, heck, that'll work too.
Was that farmer shouting at you? The guy farmer that we just rode past. What was he shouting? Couldn't quite make it out.
I couldn't hear him. I'm going so fast.
I think he was shouting, "The end of the world is nigh." That one's Farmageddon. You know me too well, Owen. I quite like the London Bridge trousers one. I told that one at the table yesterday. We were eating cake. Although 20 minutes after I told it, I'd forgotten it. I had to ask the kids, "What was that joke that I told you?"
I had a feather this whole time.
Huh, I've got a draft boost. So you did deploy the feather, and how did you deploy the draft boost to hold on to your tails?
Oh, there we go. 1%.
All right.
I don't think we're going to get a lot of miles today.
No, why not?
We are getting a pretty good amount of kilometers though.
Yeah, about 1.61 times the number of miles, I think. Anyway, Owen, that's what his horse next to Farmageddon would say. The end of the world is near. So, here's irony for you. Right outside the back of my office. So, well, the campus that my office is on, there's three buildings, 3 offices. It's West Campus, so we call it West Office 1, West Office 2, and guess what the third one's called?
Central Office 3.
West Office 3 would be a good guess, but it would be incorrect. It's WRE, West Research and Engineering. And there's the NINA Conference Centre there as well. But, so they get abbreviated. We call them WUF 1, WUF 2 and WRE. So I'm in WUF 2, and I'm right at the back of the building, overlooking the pond. So, quite a nice view out the window.
Yeah.
And so I stood up a couple of weeks ago, and I can see this guy fishing in the pond. So 1, he's on private property. 2, I really wouldn't want to catch or eat anything out of that pond. So we put stuff in it to keep the algae down.
Yeah.
And
It amazes me, of all the places to fish in Wisconsin.
so I called security, let them know that there was someone fishing in the pond, and he said, "Oh well, we're a little bit busy, but we'll get out when we can." I said, "Well, I can go out and have a word if you want." "Oh, would you? Thank you." So I go out and have a word with this guy. I point to the cameras on the building. I said, "Well, look, security know you're here. You're trespassing. You're on private property. Unless you're an employee, shouldn't be here." So anyway, he went on his way. A week later, there's two guys in the pond. Well, so waterways are considered public. So providing you stay within the bounds of the ordinary high water level, you aren't trespassing. But the outflow of our pond has a larger capacity than the inflow. So the water level never ever changes. So if they were stood on the bank, they were above the ordinary high water level and therefore trespassing. So I had this discussion with one of these two guys, and he said, "Well, we followed the streaming." Well, I know that the stream comes into the pond under the road, so there's no way that they can follow the streaming without crossing that boundary. So I basically said, "Oh, hop it." They went on their way. And then 2 days ago, we get an email from facilities management saying, on such and such a date, fishing permits aren't required to fish in Wisconsin. The DNR are making a day, an introductory fishing day. So you don't need a fishing permit to go fishing. And by the way, we're going to let KC employees and their family come and fish in our pond.
Yeah, I was expecting the announcement of the first annual Kimberly-Clark Pond Fishing Derby or something like that.
Yeah, but even so, it is only for employees and their families, so
Yeah.
Not the general public.
I was kind of wondering about that, where it's like, like Maine, Wisconsin is known for its great fishing, and why would you end up in the middle of a business park to do your fishing when there's so many other places?
Yeah,
but apparently that stream must have absolutely amazing fishing, and they just wanted to get to the source of it.
Yeah.
Either that, or they're not the smartest fishers around.
Oh, there's some bit of both.
They're subpar anglers, those ones. So are they going to start stocking the pond with all kinds of fish?
Well, see, there's another reason for me chasing the general public away. I'll keep the fish stock for KC employees on this particular fishing day.
Yeah, unless if they want to, give one security member the specific job of being fishing game warden of the campus.
Behind us. Oh.
Because obviously, you would imagine typical rules in a pond like that would be catch and release.
Yeah.
But
we've been told we can keep what we catch on this particular fishing day. There's no cleaning of fish at the pond side. Take them home to clean them.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So The
Need
P
all
Weber,
sorts of birds.
P Weber, about 5 seconds behind us.
Yeah.
He's a friend here that I've ridden with in real life. I saw him around earlier.
Does he live in your area?
Yeah. Yep. And works for Bimble Clark as well. He's on a workout.
And are we sure that they can see our messages when we're in a meetup?
I think so. Well, thanks, Dad. Dad says, morning all, if I want to borrow some fishing gear, it's got plenty. Hasn't been used in a couple of years.
Nice. Good morning. Yeah, I need to get mine out. I haven't been fishing in a while. Since when my brother moved back here from California, he bought a boat, and then we were out fishing a lot for a couple of years, and then he got really busy starting his business and stuff. So now the boat is talked about every year and stood around and tested, but never actually taken out.
I know exactly when I last went fishing. It was in 2017.
Yeah,
you know as well, Dad. That's when I was last in the UK. I spent an afternoon out catching fish.
Nice. So is that Kimberly Clark pond big enough to bring a boat?
No.
That would be hilarious.
That would be very funny.
Just full gear, full setup, even an outboard on it and everything.
Thanks for the ride on, Paul. Not as wet as the fish. I think we stayed drier than them, Dad. It did rain a little bit. Right, well, we've got the Friday Ebb coming up after this.
Wow, we're almost done.
We are almost done. Yeah. Lunchtime now, Dad. I picked a box of mini naan bread up the other day, and with the idea of turning them into mini pizzas. But
Yeah, we've been doing that at my work.
yeah,
we have someone that comes in, and we have a whole flat top, big commercial flat top grill that for outdoor use.
Yeah.
And she'll make melted sandwiches one day, kind of panini style ones, and then the next day she'll make pizzas on the naan bread with all kinds. Pretty good, tasty.
Well, I've talked about naan bread pizza before, Owen. You know, whenever Walmart has naan bread on the reduced bakery shelf, I'll pick them up and make naan bread pizza. That's good stuff. But crumpet pizzas is equally good. All the tomato and melted cheese go into all the little holes on the crumpet.
It's a little ends up being a little crunchier than I like usually, but if you get the right toppings going on,
yeah,
it's a pretty good pizza. And usually by the time she finally gets the grill going, I'm usually starving and getting ready to ride my bike home. So I'm always over there trying to get a couple samples.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I just found my ticket out of having to race today. I have to bring Grace to school. So I'll have to duck out right before the race starts. Did you notice how quickly I did? I was just informed it. Did you notice how quickly I didn't complain or anything? Just said, okay. Sounds good.
All right, Dad. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for dropping in.
Have a good day.
I'll send you some photographs of what I have in the bed of my truck, or what I will have in the bed of my truck later.
It's not a large animal, is it?
Not unless you call a 900 megahertz antenna an animal, no.
The beast. I'm assuming.
Well, it's a parabolic reflector. I can make my first contact on 900 megahertz.
It's bigger than my antenna, that's for sure.
Mr. Chambers, good morning to you.
Mr. Lawton, how the devil are you?
Pretty good. Yourself? How's the legs?
Not
Did you
bad.
race yesterday?
I did, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
sort of loosely speaking. I was all right. I got to the top of the KQOM, and I was literally just a couple of seconds behind,
Huh?
and just couldn't get on the descent. Just could not get back on. And I tried and I tried. Simon came back for me. Graham came back for me. And the minute they accelerated, they just lost me. Had they waited at the top,
Yeah.
and I'd have had the descent as a recovery.
Yeah.
I think I'd have been okay. But
Yeah, because you were hammering it. Yeah.
Yeah. That, I don't know, 30 seconds of recovery or whatever it is would probably have seen me to the end. But
Right.
Definitely a rough route.
That is my worst nightmare. That course, literally just up down. For a big old unit like me, that was hard work.
Well, figure eight reverse next week.
It's figure eight. Oh.
Yeah. And 2 laps, I think it is.
No, yeah, it was a bit of a disaster. Graham's belt snapped just before.
Yeah, I saw that.
He got it fixed, but then he said the resistance was stuck. So it was like he was, even on the flat, it was like he was riding at 4 or 5%.
Well,
And he,
when that happens, you just shift your gears. I mean, it's basically what I do. Finally,
yeah, I think he was struggling with it. He was off the back for a while, and then he'd catch up. And I think
Yeah.
he came 11th, though. I think it said
Yes.
so
Yep, it
on
is.
Simon. So that's pretty good, really. Back where we belong.
Yep, back in plutonium.
How was the birthday?
Yeah, it's a fun day. Plenty of cake and
Burning
things
off
to do, thanks to
cookies,
the ride
man.
on hills. I did have a lot of cookies, yes.
I'm on a strict no cookie diet at the moment after I was in Spain a couple of weeks ago and was overweight, so
Yeah.
struggled climbing.
Oh dear.
No cookies
Right.
are off the menu.
Well, I'm going to pull the stream down now and get ready to head over to the ebb. I appreciate everyone dropping in. Owen, Ben, thank you. Dad, appreciate it. And we'll be back in a few minutes' time. So until then, everybody take care. Sit tight. Peace, fine.